Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Nancy, and if you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe, share and like my videos, and also put on your notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos. This is the African print Ankara fabric, and the amount of fabric I used is 1.5 yard. To know the amount of fabric you need to achieve your own top, once you know the length of the top, you should just fold the fabric into two like I did. Then you place the tape exactly the way it is on the fabric to get your measurements. So the length I needed was 26 inches. I added extra 1.5 inches to that, and that's 27.5 inches altogether. The next step is to flip the fabric to the other side. The next step is to hold this tip down to fold the fabric in form of a triangle. So I practically folded this fabric into four. Now make sure that this folded side is on a straight line, while the other side, which have two separate parts and one folded side, should be in a slant line as shown. The next step is to mark down the measurements. The first measurement I'll be marking will be the bust circumference, and that bust circumference will give us the actual bust line for the top. So our bust circumference divided by 4 is 8.5 inches. Now I'm going to add an extra sewing allowance of 1.5 inches, and that will be 9.5 inches together. To achieve this, you need to place the measuring tape horizontally on the top of the triangle to move it down till you get to 9.5 inches. So here, this is the 9.5 inches. I'm going to rule the line. So this line serves as the horizontal measurement for the bust circumference. The next step is to mark the vertical measurements for this top. So how do we place the tape for us to make sure that the measurements are all accurate? First of all, you divide the armhole circumference. The armhole circumference divided by 2 is 7 inches, but I added 1 inch to that to make it 8 inches because of the kind of top we are making. We don't have to allow the armhole to be too fitted on the armpit. So now I'm going to place this 8 inches on this bust line I marked initially. And since this is an off-shoulder top, I need to subtract about 5 inches from the top. But because of the sewing allowance I'll use in sewing the upper part of the top, I'll just make it 4.5 inches. So by the time I sew it, it becomes 5 inches. And this line will be called the chest line, while the second line is the bust line. Now on this chest line, you need to mark the chest circumference. To get the chest circumference measurement, you subtract 2 inches from the shoulder measurement, and whatever you get, you divide it by 2. So our shoulder measurement is 14 inches minus 2, that is 12 inches divided by 2, and that will be 6 inches. Now I'll place 6 inches on this line as shown to connect this point to the bust circumference. The next step is to mark the length of the top. The length of the top is 25 inches, but I added 1 inch to that for the sewing allowance on the hem to make it 26 inches. With the way this tape is placed, I won't be able to continue the marking. So the best way to get the accurate flare is to place the top of the tape on the tip of the triangle as shown. And what I got there was 28 inches. So I'll just keep marking 28 inches all through. So because the center of the top is a bit longer than the side of the top, I'm going to place my tape at the edge of the side of the top to mark 4 inches above the hem line. Then on the center of the fold, I'll place my tape to mark 8 inches as shown. To connect the 2 points together, the next step is to trim. The next step is to cut the facing for both the front piece and the back piece. Here I have this fabric folded into two, so I'm just going to place one of the piece on it to trace out the chest line and the armhole line. And for the side of the top, I'll just mark 1 inch downwards as shown. And also make sure to cut the second facing for the front piece. Now for the strap, you can decide to use the pieces of the fabric to make a strap, or you can use a velvet trimming just like I did. So since I subtracted 5 inches from the off shoulder, I folded this velvet trimming into two, and this is 5.5 inches. So by the time I sew it half inch in, it becomes 5 inches. Now I marked half inch on both sides of the top, then I placed the right side of the velvet trimming on the right side of the fabric as shown. The next step is to place the facing on it. After pinning the facing to the blouse, I'll take this to the sewing machine to secure the facing. Now I'll secure the chest part of the top. The next step is to top stitch the facing on the seam. Now I'm going to secure both sides of the armhole by half an inch. Now to attach the other end of the strap to the back piece, I'll place the right side of the front piece on the right side of the back piece as shown. And to also mark half an inch on both sides. Now I'm going to place the second facing to pin it. Now I'll take the blouse to the sewing machine to secure the facing just the way I secured the other part of the facing. Now I'm going to place the front piece and the back piece on each other to secure the side by 1 inch. The next step is to turn the top to the right side of the fabric. The final step is to secure the hem of the top. Alright guys, thanks for watching to the very end. I hope this tutorial was helpful. You should give it a try, and if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe, share and like my videos, and also put on a notification bell to be notified when I upload new tutorials.